Eric, what I didn't realize, and I've been around, I know I don't look like it, but I've been around a while. I do remember that.
Emily, it was utterly dismal for Joe Biden, bringing back to life Mitterrand, Helmut Kohl, and then Donald Trump decides he'd go one better. He'd talk about NATO and how Russia had the right to go and start to bomb or invade countries that weren't paying their fair share into NATO's coffers.
No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want. You got to pay.
And if you are a US voter right now, then boy, have you drawn the short straw, because you have facing you two candidates that we already know 70% of the electorate would not choose from either party. That is 70% of a disenfranchised country hurtling into one of the most significant elections we've probably seen. So let us try and just dissect a little bit of the past week. And things got really bad for Biden. His Mitterrand and his Chancellor Kohl comments aside, things got really bad for Biden when a special counsel called Robert Hur published what looked to be an exoneration of Joe Biden, where he explained, first of all, that there was no criminal culpability. Indeed, he compared documents that he'd taken away from the White House with Trump's actions to remove documents from the White House and said that Trump's actions were far worse. But in exonerating him, he let slip a phrase which will be resounding round Biden's family, friends, and the White House and the Democratic Party all over, which was that he was a well-meaning, elderly man with memory issues. And right now, that is the one thing Biden cannot afford.
It was so damning to read the contents of this report because it painted a picture of a rather kindly, befuddled, frail, old man who wouldn't be able to be put on the stand in a trial because, frankly, he wouldn't be up to it and his memory wouldn't be reliable enough for a jury to reach a decision on a prosecution. That is absolutely devastating. And so Biden is furious with the special counsel, calls a news conference where he's going to hit back. It's going really well, the news conference. He is about to walk off and then he agrees to take one more question on Gaza, and that is when the horrendous cock-up happens of confusing Egypt and the Mexican presidents. And that, of course, set everything alight. But I think it's also had another effect, and it's this. I was speaking to someone in Washington over the past couple of days who said it is like a pressure valve has suddenly been released, and we can now talk about something we haven't been able to talk about for months in Democratic circles, which is, can Joe Biden stand? That is now firmly on the agenda, which, if we were talking 2 weeks ago, was not. Yes, muttered behind, cupped hands, but not spoken out loud. Now it is.
The Newsagents USA.